Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is the first video in a new series I'm going to be filming, which I am so excited for, and that is Tour My Bookshelves with me. I'm really excited for this. I have never actually filmed like a series on this channel before, and this is gonna be more of like a mini series. I already have a few videos planned for it. I think it's gonna be maybe a total of like 5 or so videos, kind of a handful. Now that we've moved into our new home, there are books that I think I want to get rid of, and as I was unpacking all of my books and putting them on my shelves, which I did post a video on, so if you haven't had a chance to see it, I will leave it linked up in the cards and down below also in the description, so go ahead and check that out. But as I was unpacking and I did a lot of rearranging since that video, I realized there are a lot of books that I probably will never read again, books that I read that I didn't really enjoy, books that I have owned for a while and I don't think I'm ever actually going to read. I have a lot of unfinished series that I do want to finish and continue on. I also have a few books that I do want to read, like on my TBR. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to kind of film individual videos for each of those categories, and that would kind of be like a huge all-encompassing bookshelf tour. I do want to do like an actual bookshelf tour and go through all of my books, but I feel like breaking it up and filming individual videos for kind of like each category I mentioned will help me kind of decide which books I want to keep and which ones I want to unhaul and donate. And obviously I love talking about books, so it'll be a great way to kind of show you all the books that I have and give you an explanation on my thoughts on each book without it being super long, because if I did that in one bookshelf tour video, it would be so long. I will be doing a bookshelf tour. I can't decide when I want to film my bookshelf tour. I can't decide if I want to film it at the beginning of the series. That way you see all the books I have, and then when I talk about each book, you will kind of know the books on my shelves, or if I want to put it at the very end after I've kind of talked about all the books that I own. I don't know. Leave it down below. Let me know what you guys think. I thought I would start my first video with just doing essentially my TBR on my bookshelves. So all the books that I haven't read on my bookshelves that I want to read. And I thought that would be a really good first starter video. And then, like I said, let me know kind of where you want the bookshelf tour to go in the series. I can do it as my next video, or I can do it at the very end. I'm kind of thinking at the very end, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I can do whichever, just let me know what you guys prefer. So as I was going through my bookshelves and picking out books that I haven't read that I want to, so my TBR, I realized that I don't really have that many. I was quite impressed. Like, I thought I would have a lot more, which is great because that means I can just buy more books once I'm done reading these. Now, in this video, I have omitted the books that I haven't read that I don't plan on reading. These are all my TBR books, and I'm really excited to share these with you. So the first book, which should come at no surprise, is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I am so excited to start this book and read it. Oh my goodness. I have been anticipating this book for probably over 6 months, definitely over 6 months actually. I don't know how long I've been waiting for this. But as you know, Sarah J. Maas is one of my favorite authors. I adore her series. So I'm very excited to read this. This is actually our Muggle Studies book club pick for March and April. Our live show is going to be at the end of April. We did a 2-month for this book because of like my moving and just getting organized and everything. I knew I was going to be super busy in March, and this book is close to 800 pages, or I think it is 800 pages. She is chunky. So I'm so glad we gave ourselves that 2-month buffer because I haven't started it yet, but I'm very excited, and this is the #1 book on my TBR right now. The next book I have is The Truants by Kate Weinberg, and I am really excited for this book. I requested it, and Penguin Random House did send it to me, which thank you again for that. So this book just sounded so cool. I am trying to get more into thrillers. I've read a few last year, kind of dipped my toes in it, and I realized I really like thrillers, which is saying a lot because I am such a scaredy cat. I can't watch certain movies at night. I don't watch horror movies. Like, I get scared really, 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 really easily. I watched It by Stephen King when I was like 10 years old, and I still have nightmares, and I'm 30. So I stay away from horror movies. After reading the synopsis, it sounds like it is a murder mystery set in college, which I'm really excited for. I think it's going to be so good. Next, I have a book that I have picked up twice already, and I have gotten about 20 pages in each time, and it's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just like, I keep putting it down. I don't know why, but that is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. A lot of people here on BookTube absolutely love this. Like, Hannah read it, she really enjoyed it, she keeps pestering me about reading it, and I need to just sit down and read it. I have just been, yeah, I'm still on I'm still 20 pages in. I am in that adult romance mood, new adult romance. I have just been really loving a lot of adult contemporary romance books. So this, I shouldn't take me too long to read it. I just need to sit down and read it because I know once I start, I won't be able to stop. So yeah, this is definitely high on my list as well. Next on my list is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. This is the book exchange that Hannah gave me for Christmas. So she read it, annotated in it, and then sent it my way. So I am very excited to read it. I've actually already started it, but I'm only 50 pages in, so I wanted to include it, but let me show you like a sneak peek. She's got some sections here where she's annotated and she's put like stickers, and I'm very excited to read it. So far, I'm like iffy on it. So Hannah did enjoy it, but she said the plot was fairly mediocre and not a lot of substance. It's very much a smut book. I'm still definitely going to read it, but I'm going in with just reservations, not too high hopes, essentially. I'm going in with like, hopefully I enjoy it, hopefully it's a fun, quick read, and nothing much. So because last year I read On Dublin Street, and that book was so bad. I have a vlog on like the worst adult book I have ever read, which says a lot because I love me some good romance books. So this book is kind of giving me a little bit of like On Dublin Street vibes, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I really enjoy it. I will definitely keep you guys posted in reading vlogs because I am currently reading this one right now, and this one and Crescent City are like the two books that I'm currently reading. The next book I have is Love Her or Lose Her, also by Tessa Bailey, and this was also sent to me by Hannah. She sent me like 4 books, so the next 2 books were also sent to me by Hannah. But apparently Hannah enjoyed this one a lot more than Fix Her Up. She said this one had a lot more substance and she enjoyed it more. This book is kind of in the middle of my TBR, like it's not next to read. So I definitely want to get to it sooner rather than later, but it won't be a book that I am going to be reading like in the next month or 2, I don't think. The next book I have, I am really, really, really excited. This was another book exchange book from Hannah, and that is Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. I am so excited. So this is Hannah's favorite book, and that's what we did during our book exchange for this year. I sent her my favorite book and she sent me hers, and once again, she did annotate and highlighted and put stickers, like here's a sticker of a little heart. So I am really, really, really excited to get to this one. I want to savor it. I think I'm going to read it after I am done with Fix Her Up and Crescent City, and I promise I'm going to read it soon. It is definitely high on my TBR, and I'm very excited for this one. The next book is the last book that Hannah sent me, and I will leave that video down below of me like unboxing a package that she sent me. But the next book I have is The Wives by Taryn Fisher. So this is another thriller, and like I said, I've been trying to dip my toes a little bit more into thriller, and Hannah read this and she really, really enjoyed it. She said the ending is just really crazy, intense. So in this book, we follow our main character, Hannah, and she is married to a man who has multiple other wives, but she has never met these other wives. And apparently, she was okay with the arrangement, but then she decided she really wanted to meet one of the wives, and she finds out that one of these wives is being abused, and that's all that I kind of read off of the synopsis. Who exactly is your husband and how far would you go to find the truth? Would you risk your own life? That is like the tagline at the very back of it. So it sounds really, really intriguing, and Hannah said that the ending is just mind-blowing, and yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Once again, I probably won't get to this one this month or next month, but it's definitely up there on my TBR. So the last books I'm going to show you are two separate series, and these books are very, very, very low on my TBR. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually read them, and one series, everyone's gonna be like, what, Gabby, you need to read it, which I have a feeling you already know what series that is if you have watched my channel, but I have so many other books I need to read, and these series are a commitment. Like, if I'm going to read these series, I need to be committed. So I think I just need to try the audiobook again. I tried the audiobooks for both of these series, and I couldn't do it. So I think maybe once I get into a mood, I will read them. I didn't want to throw them in my books that I never plan on reading pile. I do want to actually read these eventually, but they are last because they are last on my TBR. So the first series is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. I know. So many people love this series, and everyone that I've talked to who has read this series said that it is very surprising and they weren't expecting to love it, but they did, and that Brandon Sanderson, like, his ending is just fantastic. So I do definitely want to read these. I hear it's like a heist story as well, which I really, really enjoyed. The Six of Crows duology. It's just like, I mean, these books are a commitment. Like, this is a commitment. So I might try the audiobook. Hannah recommended to listen to the audiobook, and Kevin also listened to the audiobook. I think I'm just gonna try and do that, and I will get to it someday. Like I said, I didn't want to put it in the pile of books that I own but will never read, but very low on my priority list right now. And lastly, I have the Aragon series by Christopher Paolini. Now, I have tried reading Aragon probably like 3 times, no joke. I read it before I met Kevin. I bought it, I started it, and I couldn't push through. So I think I started Aragon which one's the last one? Hey Kevin, which book is the last one in the Aragon series?
Inheritance.
Inheritance is the last book?
Yeah.
Okay, so when Inheritance came out, everyone was raving about it, and I believe I was a freshman in college. So I was like, okay, well, I need to read this series. Like, I've heard of Aragon. I had actually already watched the movie, but I had never like read it. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and give it a try. I got halfway through it and I DNF'd it. I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. Then I met Kevin, and this is Kevin's favorite series. And so I was like, okay, well, I need to try it again. So I did, and I couldn't get through. And then I think I tried again, maybe like, I don't know, a year or so ago. And once again, I couldn't get through it. And then I think I have downloaded the audiobook maybe like 3 times, started listening to it, got 5 minutes in, and I stopped. So I don't know if that's a sign that I just need to like not read this series, but I hear it's really good and that it's just slow at the beginning and then it gets amazing, and Kevin thinks I'm really gonna enjoy it, and it's his favorite series, so I definitely want to give it a go. But like I said, this is very, very, very low on my TBR, so whenever I get to it, I get to it, and if I never get to it, that's okay too. Alright guys, well that is it for my first video in my new Tour My Bookshelf series. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know down below which books you think I should get to first. I have a feeling everyone is going to say Mistborn. Guys, I'm just letting you know right now, this is probably lower on my TBR. I haven't written it off just yet. Apart from Mistborn, let me know what other books you think I should read sooner rather than later. Crescent City is number 1, just because I have to read that one. I want to read it, and I have to read it for our Muggle studies, but let me know out of the other ones which ones I should read first, and also let me know about my bookshelf tour. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!